Welcome, Facebook. This is Adam Ashba, Realtor and President of Ashmont Realty, and it is hot. Not only is it hot in Central Ohio housing and home sales, but it's hot outside, hence why I'm not wearing a jacket today and sporting a t-shirt. So let's discuss a little bit about June housing statistics. So if you own a home in Central Ohio or considering selling, buying or selling, listen up, okay? We have had a couple new records that has occurred in the month of June. So let's go ahead and let's dive right into it. So, well, one record is that June of 2021 resulted in the highest number of homes sold on record than any single month. So the month of June, we sold in Central Ohio, not in the state of Ohio, but in Central Ohio, we sold 3,644 homes. Okay, that is a record, all right? And that's really good to see because over the last, well, in February, we had a record listed, amount of homes listed for sale, low. And now we're kind of pendulating the other way. So it's funny how just a few months and you're getting out of COVID and things can make the whole market look completely different. So we hit a record number of homes sold in the month of June, 3,600. Now, something else that's going to be really positive, and we'll be talking about it next month to recap the month of July, is we had over 4,300 homes added to the market for sale in the month of June. Now, statistically in Central Ohio, we average around 3,000 homes that go up for sale, not sold, but that means that realtors stuck the sign in the yard and they put it on the MLS and buyers start walking through it. So we're up a significant amount there. We average around 4,300. We average around 3,000, and we had 4,300 in the month of June. And I really see it progressing and not really holding back at all in the month of July, but we'll find out about the 2 weeks when that's released. Okay, so something else that's statistically, if you have a house and you and say you bought it last year, you're doing pretty well. I bet you're beating the stock market right now in your money market at your local credit union. But year to date, the homes that have sold in the month of in the year of 2021. The average home that has sold this year in 2021 averages around 292,000, okay, which is up 15.9% of last year. Now, if you remember, for those that watched last month's Central Ohio Housing Report, May of 2021 to May of 2020, we had a 17% increase. So we're down 1%, but that's still doing pretty good. So, if you've owned a home for at least a year, you're doing pretty well. Run the math in your head. Now, that doesn't mean that every house increased 16% year over year. There are bubbles and there are neighborhoods that did better than others. And we actually did an Ashmont Realty Live maybe 2 months ago on the highest increase areas and suburbs in Central Ohio, if you want to go back and watch that if you have a house in one of those. Okay, so one thing, and I'm going to show you this graph. This is from the Central Columbus Board of Realtors. Okay, this is incredible. Okay, and I don't think the first one is, but I think the second and third one is. But homes sold between 350,000 and 500,000 took 10 days to sell. Houses that sold for that were 350 list price or less sold 90. So I'm going to show you this. This is really interesting. I'm going to bring it up on screen. Okay, if you guys can see this right here, this blue and green bar graph. So this is basically days on market in 2020. 2020 is in blue. 2021 is in green. Okay, so if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, you probably like this graph. So let's look at this. Let's focus just on the month of June, because this is the June Central Ohio Housing Report. So right here, you can see my cursor. If you had a house that was $350,000 or less, it was on market for an average of 9 days. If you own a house, which that is record fast, but I'm not surprised. What I am surprised is this: 350 to 500. A $500,000 house is on market for 10 days in Central Ohio. Now, the average home in Central Ohio is around 290, right? Now, look at this. You're talking a $500,000 home up to $700,000, 19 days. You're talking, these are, these are basically half the amount of time that we had last year. And last year, I thought it was fast. Going back, 3, 4, 5 years ago, most houses were on average, if it's a 350 or less home, was on average market for almost a month. And that was an average. And when I say that, meaning in good neighborhoods in Central Ohio. So very interesting. Record number of home sales. Were way up on listings. This is the complete opposite of what we talked about in February, where we had record lows in listings. So things are definitely picking up and getting hot here in Central Ohio. So if you have any questions, or you like to know a little bit about how much my house might be worth, let me know. We're happy. Put some comments below. You can reach me on Facebook. You can DM me directly. I'm at Adam Ashba Realtor on Facebook. Or text me directly, 614-519-5265. Happy to answer any real estate related questions. It doesn't have to do with selling your house or buying a house, but if you have any real estate questions or what have you, we're happy to answer those for you. So with that being said, this is Adam Ashba, Realtor and President of Ashmont Realty. Thanks for watching Ashmont Live exclusively on Facebook, and we will see you all next month.